rolling. Rolling like a big shot.
Yes, we are. All right. Tweet Between the Lines podcast. It's your boy Rez in the building.
What episode is this?
Episode 23.
Joined with J-Rock.
King Gabe is in the building.
And we are back, episode 23. Let's go ahead and get this thing going. How was y'all weekend? How are y'all feeling?
I'm actually feeling pretty good. Now, if you would have asked me this 3 hours ago, bro, I was in the mood for nothing, dog. I mean, after, my cousin and shit came in from up north when he moved back from Japan, he was at his house drinking and shit, and I woke up, I was like, man, look, I'm not ready for today at all.
I understand.
I'm good now, though.
You good now?
I'm about as good as I can be for the time being.
Anything is possible.
Henny, it wasn't Henny. What'd you say?
So what changed?
What changed? Nigga, that sandwich from Subway. Shout out. Shit. Because that's what did it, I guess. Because when I texted y'all this morning, I was literally in the bed. It was like 7 o'clock, and I was like, my life is gonna be over, I guess. I don't know what's going on with me right now. But I'm good now.
I was like, this nigga's not showing up.
Man, dog, because I didn't want it to come across like I was sick, but nigga, I was not feeling it this morning, bro.
Yeah.
But I'm here.
Okay. Yeah. Jay?
I'm doing great.
Feeling good?
Yeah. I am today.
Feeling great. Feeling good.
Friday. I feel like John felt.
Yeah.
Bad Friday. Yeah, we're going to talk about that. We're definitely going to talk about that. But one thing we did want to do is give a shout out to all of our listeners on Twitter.
Yes.
Of course.
Yes. With the new segment.
Go ahead.
Tweet between the lines. Damn, I'm supposed to have
Tweet
this.
between the lines.
So I'm supposed to have this shit up, right?
Yeah.
That
So
was
while
me.
you're doing that,
All right.
I just want no, but we do want to say we appreciate all of the people that are listening to the podcast, that are supporting the podcast, that are downloading the podcast, sharing, and of course, as this segment highlights, tweeting. So this will be a new segment weekly that we do called Tweet Between the Lines, where we will be basically reading the tweets that we are getting from individuals online and responding to some of those questions or tweets if need be.
Yes.
So
Yes.
There you
So
go.
we got 2 tweets. Shout out to, my girl Model E of the E and Friends podcast for calling me out for not bringing y'all niggas chicken.
Boy.
hey, Model E, you are a friend of the show.
She definitely called me out about that. She said that I had no intentions on bringing chicken at all, and I
No
just said it,
intentions
which is a lie.
No intention whatsoever.
Which is a lie. I definitely did, but I appreciate you for pointing that out. You say what?
I'm rolling with E on this one. I don't think.
Man,
Right.
I'm
Shout out to Eve for bringing that hot truth out.
Why would I bring it up if I didn't plan on bringing y'all chicken?
Because
it's content.
no nice way.
Yeah, man. And Ian Friends podcast, definitely check that out. A dope podcast. We got another tweet from A Sweet.
Shout out to the sweets, man.
Yeah, man, real talk. He actually made an interesting point on a topic we had last episode about taking criticism. He said, to be honest, I find it hard to take advice or criticism from anyone who is not doing well in life. Practice what you preach. Show me how. Don't tell me what you think may work.
Oh,
So I thought that was very interesting.
Show me how. Don't tell me what you think will work.
I thought that was actually very fire.
yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to the sweet with the.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Real talk. So those are the 2 tweets from Tweet Between the Lines this week. You know what I'm saying? Hit us up on our Twitter. You can search Speak Between the Lines, but our handle is Speak Between, which, I still kind of have a hard time with that.
I mean, we're going to move on, but I have had a question about that. So was Speak Between the Lines already taken, or like, did we just not want niggas to spell out so much shit?
No, well, the thing with creating a handle on Twitter is that you're limited to how long your handle can be. So with Speak Between, we only have 3 other characters that we can use as far as our handle. So Speak Between the Lines wouldn't fix, like it does on Instagram and Facebook.
I like it. That's good stuff. Okay, well, definitely shout out to, again, all of the listeners. We appreciate you guys. Continue to support us and like, share, download.
Yes, man. Real talk. Show us some love.
All right.
So,
Go ahead.
are we gonna get into
Wins and losses?
wins and losses.
Yeah, Thursday.
Dubs and L's. We're all in a consensus agreement that Thursday was
a dub.
a dub.
Yeah.
Depending, if you got your pizza or not, it could have been an L.
I mean, it got a little dicey. It got a little dicey. I could have took an L there, but it came through. Somebody took that L.
Yeah, real talk. All right. So we kicked it. Thursday, we went to Trappiest Hour. For those who aren't in Dallas or are in Dallas and don't know what Trappiest Hour is, it's pretty much I won't say like it's a party, but it's like a lounge kind of gathering where it's like music, drinks. It's a lot of millennials, kind of kicking and networking and all this stuff. So we decided to kick it.
Yeah.
That was kind of one of our first little outings as a group that's not podcast related. So I thought that was dope. We pull up, right? This is actually I found a very funny story. We pull up. We sit at the bar, right? Mm-hmm. Mind you, now we want to start drinking. Rez is the only nigga that hasn't eaten, so
at all. I haven't eaten at all.
Did you eat that day at all? Like,
yeah, but I mean, I had lunch at like 12. We got there 7:30, 8.
Yeah, it was late. Yeah. It was late. So we pull up. Of course, we show up early. I don't know why, but nobody's there. So we decided to chill, and then we ran and grabbed.
It was dead.
Yeah, it was dead.
Nothing but employees.
It was dead. The DJ wasn't there. Nobody was there.
So what the waitress said, she was like, "Yeah, the DJ's supposed to be here like an hour ago." I was like, "He's a nigga." Yeah,
and she called us on the way out. When we walked out the first time, and he was walking in, she came out and yelled, was like, "The DJ's here!" But I don't think.
I'm about to say, what does that mean? You want to watch him set up?
Right. So we go somewhere else. We come back. Right, like I said, Rudy hasn't eaten, so we go to the bar to get pizza.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Travis, shout out, like I said, shout out to Trappiest Hour, $2 slices.
Yes, shout out. they them some big slices for $2.
Yeah, real talk.
When parking and pizza is the same price.
Oh, hold on. Before we go into the pizza.
Actually, the parking was more expensive than the pizza.
Tell them the parking story. Tell them the parking story.
The parking store. Oh my God. Where do you even start with the parking store?
That was so ignorant.
So we pull up, mind you. So I think y'all parked in the front. I parked in the back. Where we ended up parking, no one was there.
It was an empty lot.
It was an empty lot, right?
Empty lot.
So we sitting there chilling or whatever. We in a car, not doing shit. All right. Some guy opens up his umbrella, his valet umbrella, and then walks towards our car and is like, "Hey, you got to pay for this parking spot." And we're like, "What? What do you mean?"
It's no signs.
No signs.
Nothing says valet.
Nothing at all.
Nothing say pay parking.
Nothing at all. So we're like, okay, well, how much is parking? They're like $5 a car. And I was like, and I'm
then he bragged on us like, where can you go in Dallas to get $5 parking?
Did say
everywhere else you go is $10. Only $5 here.
And so I'm looking around at the parking lot. I'm like, the audacity of this man to charge us for parking when we're the only 2 cars in this motherfucking lot.
Period. Nigga, you got some nerve.
Right. So I'm like, $5 a car? Bro. So I asked him, where can we park for free, right, in this area? He said, well, along the street. I said, okay.
Just wide open parking in the street.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, well, look. I was like, I could take my chances with this parking lot. So I'm going to go check to see if I can find any free parking anywhere else. And then if I can't, I'll come back.
Right.
This nigga was so desperate for cash. this nigga gave us,
buy one, get one free?
Yeah, nigga said buy one, get one free, damn near.
Yeah, the nigga was like, okay, well, let me do this. And, y'all here early. We can do it for $5 for both of y'all. $5 for both of y'all. Instead of $5 per car.
What if you ever had a BOGO on parking?
Bro. Where can you go?
Where can you go to buy one, get one on a damn parking spot? This nigga wanted to stay in that damn parking spot so bad, bro.
Oh, shit. That was so funny.
So that definitely started
that
the
was
night.
terrible.
Yes, nigga, because I guess he thought we was going to be like, oh, $5? Okay. Like, nah, nigga.
I was like, $5? Nope.
I go for the best deals. I'm sorry.
For an hour and still came back.
Real
talk. All right. So outside of that, then he had us playing musical chairs with our damn cars.
Oh yeah. No, keep him closer.
So this nigga Abe is reversing. All he has to do, because J-Rock parked like literally right behind him to the left. So all Abe has to do is reverse into the parking spot. He's good. This nigga comes back. He's like, no. I want you to park on the other side of the car. So there's more cars that can get in. It's like, There's only 2 cars.
There's only 2 cars. Like, what are you even
Only
talking
2.
about right
Man.
now? But
So this nigga Abe maneuvers his car, parks it. Now we trying to pull up and chill and you know, pregame and everything like that
All
in the
that.
car. This nigga come over there talking about, would you mind scooting your car over just a tad bit to the left?
I'm like, where?
There's grass next to him.
It's grass in a car.
What is he talking about?
Bro, there's no way. Nah, like them niggas was tripping.
Tripping, bro.
They were tripping. But I didn't want no bad smoke. So I did whatever the
we
fuck
just
you
want
trying
to
to do.
pre-game in peace.
We just want to just chill. So
That's it.
all right, so that happens, right? We still in the car chilling. We notice people are starting to pull up. So we like, all right, well, let's go inside. We get to the bar. This nigga, like I said, Rez hasn't eaten anything.
I'm on empty. And I already took
Empty,
one.
and he's already been drinking. So it's just a matter of time for this nigga. This nigga's a ticking time bomb.
Nigga, I was. That fuse was lit.
This nigga's a ticking time bomb.
Right,
So we
yeah.
get to the bar.
Oh, shit.
Bartender pulls up on Rez, right? Hey, what you want? Rez said he want a slice of pizza. Dude's like, all right, cool. Puts in the computer and just walks off, right?
Starts getting the hookah ready.
Right. It's other people at the bar,
Yeah,
so they'll
so it's
order
2 chicks
stuff.
on the side of us.
Right? Yeah. Shout out to Lola and Jay. Yeah, they
shout out
wanted
to
it.
Lola and Jay. They hookah.
Yeah.
Hookah. They ready to smoke it up.
Right.
Yeah.
And so he parlaying with them.
Right.
Go ahead.
For 15, 20
Go
minutes.
ahead. Tell a story.
So dude, I guess the bartender, he's trying to chop it up with the females or whatever, right?
And I ain't mad at that.
Understandable.
I'm not mad at it either. You know what I'm saying? We passing time. They got the TVs up there. We chilling and talking. Rez finally realizes that
He ain't got no pizza.
he ain't got no pizza, nor has this man even taken his card to get.
Like, I ain't paid. I ain't done nothing. Like, literally, no, real shit. Like, I looked at J Rock. I was like, how long have we been here? This nigga Rock was like, what? I said, yo, okay, well, he said, well, it's been about 15 minutes. I'm like, okay, my wallet's still the same.
Right.
My account's still the same. And this nigga is over here Kool-Aiding.
Tough.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
Tough. Kool-Aid and tough. So Rudy's like, man, forget this. I'm just gonna go inside and order my pizza, right?
Yeah.
so Rudy gets up and leaves, right? Goes inside. What happens when you go inside? Because we're not there.
All right. So I experienced the best of the best customer service at the Trappy Hour. Or is it the Trappiest Hour?
Trappiest hour.
The Trappiest Hour.
Yeah.
Well, it was their finest hour inside.
On the outside, it was pretty traffic.
So I walk in there, right? And the music was playing because the DJ was already in there. So music's playing. Bartender's over there getting drinks. He's serving niggas up. And then I didn't even say shit. He just looked at me and put out his hand and just said, how may I help you?
Bro, he had
This
the
guy
he had
looks
the towel
hungry.
draped over one arm.
Yeah, that's what
He pulled it out. I was like, how may I help you, sir?
Nigga had one arm behind his back, had the cloth on over the left hand. He bowed to me. And he was just like, how may I help you? I was like, you know what? It would mean the world to me if I could get a $2 slice of pizza.
The world to you?
The world.
The world to you.
It would mean the world to me to get this slice of pizza. He said, no problem, brother. Give me 2 minutes. He said, you got
Yeah.
your card? I said, I got my card.
He was ready for that money.
He took the money, slid the card. He said, bro, I'm going to help these people get their drinks, and I got you. Mind you, he didn't ask for my name. He doesn't know anything. He just sees me. So I leave to come back and kick it with y'all because I'm like, all right, well, it's going to be like 2 minutes. So I'll go kick it with my boys, and I'll come back.
Yeah.
Then,
All right. So Rudy comes back out. It sits down, right? We all start chopping it up. Bartender then comes back over to us and is like, all right, that'd be $3.25. And Rudy's food. so
It'll be $3.25.
and I'm
You
just
don't
watching.
understand.
I'm just watching because I just know this is going to go different. So Rudy's like, oh no, I already ordered my pizza on the inside. Bartender's like, what?
What? So he's like, wait, I ordered it and then you ordered inside, so somebody's gonna be short.
Yeah, then the
Yeah.
dude was like, he was like, so you want 2 pieces?
Yeah. He was
like-
like, so you ordered 2 pizzas.
I said, no, I ordered 1 pizza from you.
So the
And then you was over there doing your thing, so I went inside and ordered a pizza from another nigga.
bro, and during this exchange, the bartender's like looking at Rudy like, really? And then he's like looking at me. Then he's like looking at Rudy and looking at me, looking
Like, hey, you ain't gonna help me out on this
yeah,
one?
like yeah, he looking like, bro, you gonna get your mans? Like you not gonna get him? And I was just like, look, I ain't got nothing to do with that. So
Yeah, he literally like you supposed to be in my handler. The nigga was like, okay, cool, like,
right,
yo, hook me up.
yeah,
Hook me up.
for real. And
The
I just,
nigga, I don't know. I don't know. The nigga was like, hook me up. Like, get your man. Get your man, dog.
like, bro, I ain't got my man's dog. That's between y'all niggas, man. He, kind of like was like, all right, whatever. And then, have to go to his machine, swipe his card to take out the transaction and all that stuff. He ended up being real cool as hell.
Like, it's not that hard, nigga. Like, brother, you over there chilling with the girls. I'm not mad at you, nigga, but I'm hungry.
Right.
Right?
I get it.
I'm a hungry ass nigga on a ticking time bomb.
Yeah. I get it,
in
bro.
the middle of the whole exchange,
Right.
the guy from inside comes outside with the pizza.
With your pizza, yeah.
The nigga, I'm like, this nigga over here, like that was the funniest part to me though, cause I was like, nigga, you over there with the hookah, dog. You ain't take my money. You ain't put my order in. Why the fuck would I be paying you right now?
Right.
So he was like, all right, man. So he going there, trying to erase some shit, right? He turned around and my pizza sitting in front of me, and I'm like, smacking hard ass shit, nigga.
Bro, that shit was
Oh my
funny.
God.
That shit was
he
hilarious.
was pissed. He was pissed at that shit.
I'm like, fuck that nigga, man.
Nah,
Like,
he ended up being cool though.
bro,
Yeah.
no, he a cool ass dude, but I'm saying
He
like
done
you
been cool.
smoking your hookah with the chicks, that's fine. But don't get mad at me because I found another nigga that can serve.
I ain't mad
Yeah.
at it.
The Nick, by the way, shout out to the plug inside. Remember, he don't know my name. He came outside, found me. He literally pointed to the guy holding the pizza. Oh, it's that dude right over there.
Oh yeah, you sure
Come on,
right.
man. Like, yeah, fuck you, nigga.
So that was funny. I thought that was awfully hilarious to me.
Yeah.
But I mean, what y'all think about the night in general outside of that?
Well, that bomb went off on me. Thank God a piece was in there. But like, yeah, like I started feeling like I felt like spoiler alert. I felt like Peter Parker at the end of Avengers. Like I don't feel so good.
Oh,
Oh wow.
Like that tingly sensation started running over me. The music started hitting. I was like, oh shit! Like I was like doing the Matrix where you look at your hand back and forth. Like,
And you didn't even get the worst of it.
yeah, that whole hit me.
man.
Boy, you didn't even get the worst of it.
No, I heard. I do want to ask y'all about that. Like after I left, because I had to duck out early. Shout out to Married Life.
Yeah. 5 minutes after you got there.
Yeah. Oh shit.
He was like, where you at? Babe, I just walked into the bar. Okay, cool. You on your way home?
Ooh-wee.
Oh.
That was funny.
Excuse me.
That was funny. But,
Anyway.
that shit ended up being fun. We gotta do this shit again.
So what I missed?
Man, drinks and a good time.
Drinks and a good time.
Yeah, man. We ended up staying till damn near 1 o'clock.
What time I left? Like 7:15.
It was close.
Yeah.
The sun, the sun was setting
sun was-
still when you pulled out.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so
Street lights were coming on.
7:30.
Got about 7:15 on.
Street lights coming on. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
you
she's
know.
gonna be hot. She was 11:30. It was almost midnight when he got there. No, that sun was setting.
Shoot, still caught a little bit of after work traffic on the way home. and shit. It
that was funny.
early. But it was a dope time. Like I said, we all just kicked it, had fun. Niggas dancing and shit. Rock actually loosened up a little bit, bro.
You loosened up.
A
was a little bit.
A lot of it.
Oh, okay, a lot of bit.
Oh, man, that cup got heavy.
That cup get heavy. We almost finished off a bottle, but it was fun.
That's what's up. I'm proud of y'all. I'm
Yeah,
proud
man.
of us. We had a good time.
Yeah. So rolling off of that.
I do know from now when people tell you to bring ice for the pre-gamer, that they mean in a
Nigga,
cooler.
Hold on.
So
Bruh. Hold on.
I'm glad you mentioned that.
I was gonna let you live.
I was too, but
ahead,
since
nigga.
you brought it up, all right.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we were going to pregame, right? We all had duties
Right.
and responsibilities,
Right.
You know, of what we were going to bring.
Absolutely.
I brought the alcohol. We were supposed to bring the soda. Jared was supposed to bring ice.
Right.
Right. Mind you, it's just us three.
This is three of us. It's only three of us.
Yeah.
Just us three. We pull up, right? I'm like, Jared, you got the ice, bro?
Yeah, yes, sir. Your boy got the ice.
Bro,
Nigga
this
was
nigga-
smiling jolly as fuck. I get my job.
Bro, this nigga Jared goes to the trunk, which when I knew he went to the trunk, I knew this was not gonna be a bad idea. You ain't got ice in your car in the cup, and you go into the trunk, this ain't gonna be like, good. This nigga pulled out a whole 5-pound bag of ice.
5
It
pounds.
was only a 2-pound bag. Calm down.
Like,
Calm down.
nigga, that looked like a goddamn 5-pound.
That whole look like it sunk Leonardo DiCaprio's boat. Like,
bro, that bitch hit the side of the Titanic and that was
that
so
whole
damn.
had rolls on the goddamn door. I was like, damn, nigga.
Bro, we was
It's
like,
only 3 cups.
nah, niggas, this nigga bringing ice to a pregame or to a cookout. Like, what the
Oh.
fuck did this nigga? Bro, and then yes, you just had the bag. This nigga on the side of my car just popping that bitch, just bow,
Hold up.
bow, just breaking the ice.
Yo, hold up. He was on the outside of your car. He's like, God. Now we trying to keep a low profile.
Low profile, very low
Banging the
profile.
shit out of this ice. He gonna Abe roll down the window like, yo, you got a container? He's like, nah, hold this.
Yeah, just hold it. So I'm just holding a big ass piece of ice in the front of my car. Like, you ain't got no cooler, you ain't got nothing, just ice, bro. Next time,
Oh my
So,
god.
so in case you
That
on the
passenger
ice
seat
duty
was
going
sunk.
forward and you don't know,
nigga, just go to QT, get you a cup of ice, and then just
Oh
bring
my
that
God.
home, bro. Not the whole ice. We end up wasting ice.
Yeah.
now that ice still there.
The bag is probably
bag.
Yeah,
still
the
there.
bag is.
That shit was funny.
Oh,
that
man.
was funny. That yeah, we got to do that more. We got to hang out more outside of podcast days. I thought
Yeah.
that was pretty fun.
Yeah, it was pretty fun.
Yeah. So anyway, rolling off of that and rolling on to my next topic, which I actually changed because of last night. I was going to come in here and talk about Jay Prince and Drake, but because the Cavs got washed in the finals, I would rather talk about that.
Them niggas got smoked.
Man, you know what, Reg? You were the guy that said that
Cavs
the
gonna
Cavs are going to get swept.
Facts.
I did not know it was going to be this terrible, bro.
I thought they'll at least get a game in.
I thought
at
it would get
least
a game
one.
too. I thought it would at least go 4-1.
Why?
I mean, because game 1 was so close. In regulation, game 1 was so close. So you think that the series would be a fight, a battle.
Right.
But every game was
three. Game 3, they had a chance of winning game 3.
yeah at the beginning. Then they blew that away.
Yeah.
I want to say every loss was at least either at 10 points or more, maybe 8 to 10 points or more.
Game 3 was close.
Was it?
They
close?
were-
Yeah,
Like
Rock's
last-
right on that. Game 3 came down to the last like
4 or 5 minutes. Yeah.
and 10 seconds where it was like really clutch.
Then
Okay.
Kevin Durant.
Nigga from 30.
Wait, what was the final score?
Not that they won by 10.
I'd have to look, but it was
Oh, okay.
close.
Okay, because I know they started off the game rough. So I'm like,
You
okay.
got to count the free throws.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes the final score ain't the real.
So I'm just trying to think, man, was it because me personally, I don't even think the finals were worth watching this year.
You know, not gonna lie, I was going for the Warriors just because I love Steph Curry and I love the team basketball and I love Steve Kerr, but something felt empty about this one. Like, because I was watching Game 3 and
Yeah, because they didn't have an opponent.
yeah, it was 110-102, Game 3. So
8 points.
8 points, right? And the last 2 were, I'm pretty sure, were free throws. So
Yeah, Steph free throws.
yeah, so there you go. But it was bittersweet for me because I remember Steph actually came off of that game 2 where he hit 9 3-pointers.
And
So
then missed the
that was
next
history.
night.
So I was like, my nigga finna get the MVP. Right.
Yeah.
I'm excited. Then he like just no shows game 3. I don't know what the fuck happened. And it was crazy because going into it, I was like, damn, man, this is the worst thing that could possibly happen. Watch him come out and fuck around and not show up at all in game 3. Because that's what happens to him.
Yeah.
And KD just put on an all-time great performance.
He was
a
stupid.
all-time great
Yeah.
performance. It wasn't like he was just, you know, because I saw Max Kellerman say this. He was like, well, the game KD put on in game 3 fits comfortably into everything that.
Yeah, all the LeBron stats for the playoffs.
Right.
Yeah, I saw that.
Here's the difference. the skill that's on display when you watch someone like KD, when you watch someone like Tracy McGrady, Kobe's, the Paul Pierce's, like the people that could really just get it in the ISO, like pinch post game, pull
Everywhere,
up,
yeah.
one dribble pull up, over left shoulder, over right. LeBron doesn't typically do that. He's going to give you 50 points, but it's generically going to be the layup package or the dunk package, or three. There's not a lot of nuance into what he's doing. I'm just bigger than you, so you can't do anything.
Yeah.
Well, he finally added the fader this year.
Yeah, I'll give him that. So it's not as exciting to watch. It's just like, yeah, you can see that. I expect that. But KD just put on an all-time great moment for a performance. Like, I mean, it was demoralizing.
Yeah, it was crazy.
And when he hit that shot, that 30-footer,
All game 3, man.
oh my God.
I've never felt so bad for LeBron in my life.
We could chop that up. Let's bring that back. But I felt numb. Like once game 3 was over, I just felt numb. I didn't feel anything. And maybe because the only joy I could probably get out of that was, well, Steph's finally going to get his MVP, so it's worth it. Mm-hmm. But he didn't even get that. So it was just like, all right, so we just kind of watched
Has Steph not gotten a finals MVP?
No, he got robbed in 2015.
Well, Iggy deserved that.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. No. All right, here's a debate that people put out for Iggy. He held LeBron James in that series, right?
Yeah.
But LeBron was putting up my career numbers. That nigga was putting up 2K my career 40-point average on Iggy. Now he shot at a lower percentage, but that's easier to do when you don't have Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love next to you.
Yeah.
So now you can crowd them. So Iggy gets the bulk of the credit, but you got Iggy over there. You got Draymond coming to double. You got
right.
So yes, he checked him. That's cool. But Steph put up fucking 26, 6, and 5, and those were higher averages than he averaged in the NBA season where he won the MVP. So he averaged 23 points a game in the regular season, got MVP. He averaged 26 in the finals, and he doesn't get MVP because Iggy held LeBron to 40?
Well, when Iggy's not there, LeBron gets 51.
These niggas still would have lost by 8.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, no, they robbed it. That was, here's the problem with, and we can chop that up about Steph. Here's Steph's problem. It's out now. The players don't like him. They don't. They don't fuck with him. They've been reporting this for over a year, but LeBron don't fuck with Steph. Russell don't fuck with Steph. Honestly, KD didn't fuck with Steph.
That's just jealousy.
Like, but it is
Yeah,
jealousy.
I'll say it. Yeah, it got to be what that is.
So they don't respect him. In turn, the media doesn't respect him. So the media, instead of giving it to Steph in 2015, was like, well, we can't give it to LeBron because we want to give it to LeBron, but he lost. So as a way to acknowledge LeBron, we're going to give it to the guy that guarded LeBron. That's why Iggy really politically got that Finals MVP.
Damn, do you think it's that deep though?
Oh no, that's not a thing.
That's just nuts.
Yeah, it's not. It's the same thing that happened last night. The Warriors. Shout out to the culture of the Warriors. They literally in the second quarter, I'm like, they're trying to get Steph the MVP. They're not even hiding it. Like, they're going out of their way to get him off screens, to try to get him to hit shots. And to his credit, he put up 20-plus points in the first quarter, or first half.
Yeah.
Second half, he had, what he finished with, 37?
30, yeah. 37.
Okay, so my wife and I are watching, and I'm really trying to hold out hope. I'm like, fuck, I said, I really need Steph to really crack 40. Like, she was like, he's at 37, doesn't mean. I was like, no, you don't understand. Like, you can't give the media any room to do anything. So he really needed, like, honestly, to steal that MVP, he probably would have needed like 43 or 45 points, and he would have needed KD to score like 15 and not get a triple-double. But KD scored 20 and got a triple-double by way of trying, and he wasn't even trying to do it on purpose. He got it by just moving the ball and trying to get Steph off, and then when Steph was covered, just passing it off because he wasn't trying to score.
Yeah.
He intentionally was not trying to. He only scored, if you watch that game, when they cut it to like 11 or 9. They were like, okay, hold on, we need to get a bucket because we don't want to get this
You don't want to
close.
get that close.
But any other time when they were up comfortably, it was Steph time. And they were trying to give it to him. And KD was surprised When they he literally was clapping when they were getting ready to announce Finals MVP because he thought it was going to Steph.
And then said the 2-time. I was like, oh shit.
And KD was like, and everybody saw it. And we already know Steph was crying after game 3 because he knew what game 3 meant. I felt bad.
Damn, man.
All right, so at this point, do you think if they do a repeat run and they three-peat, can Steph get it? Because KD is going to unconsciously get a triple-double in the finals.
I ain't going to say all that, but he's gonna.
You can't stop that from happening.
Well, you can't stop him from scoring.
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
but
he's going to rebound.
Yeah. He'll get you a double-double.
But I'm saying, and if the whole team's going out their way to assist for Steph, then he's going to unconsciously get assists too.
Yeah.
That's you see what I'm saying? It's like you can't stop him from getting a triple-double in that scenario.
Right.
So will they ever give Steph the triple-double with KD being on the team? Or is this your punishment for recruiting KD?
Yeah.
It depends on the narrative of the media, of what they want to do. Because right now the narrative is that what came out this morning was them talking about how the consensus behind the scenes is the media is trying to start that wedge between
to break up the team.
Yeah, they're not stupid. Like there's a lot of money on the line. They actually lost a lot of money in this finals.
Oh yeah, shit, going 4 and out,
and the viewerships like after game 3. Well, why watch?
Because it was on, but I wasn't even watching it.
Yeah, nobody really. I mean, it was like a foregone conclusion. But the narrative's starting to come out now where it's like they intentionally gave it to KD. One, because KD did deserve it. Let's not act like KD didn't deserve the MVP. But they could have done a co-MVP. That they could have done it. And it was close enough to actually pull that off. Because KD didn't show up game 1. Steph did.
Yeah.
Steph definitely showed up game 2.
Right.
Steph didn't show up game 3. KD did. And then they both showed up game 4. Well, that's 2 and 2.
But yeah, the difference on game 3, nobody showed up.
Yeah.
KD put the whole team on his back.
Steph didn't show up. Yeah.
So I'm not mad at KD. It's just like the narrative now is like, okay, well, a team's not going to be able to beat them, so we need them to beat them. We're going to basically split the votes or split the team up by Steph's not going to get that MVP because that's the only thing Steph needs in his trophy. That's the only thing he needs in his career is one Finals MVP.
Yeah.
He doesn't need to do anything else. So we give it to KD. It's fine. Wedge, he's clearly the best player. We're always going to say he's the best player. If you catch LeBron James, he doesn't even mention Steph by name anymore. When they do the post-game interviews, all he says is, well, they got Kevin Durant and they got another MVP over there. He doesn't even say Steph's name. The disrespect is real. Like this, that's not a joke. Like they don't fuck with
from the player's perspective, I get it. Because especially with Russ, I get it. And LeBron, this one nigga is stopping you from the past 4 years straight, for the few and going forward, no matter where you go.
Right.
You got to look at Steph and KD now. So I get that. With Russ, I get it.
He stole my girlfriend.
Man.
His last one, because shit, James Harden went first.
Well, he left you for the high yellow version.
Ooh.
I was like, what?
That's a different layer.
I was like, what?
That's a different layer.
Steph Curry. Okay. Shit, man. I don't know if the Warriors will let it get that deep to where they start. Like we may think that it's a wedge being drawn, but I don't know if the players will take it that way.
Nah, Steph. The only reason this team exists is because of Steph Curry's selflessness.
Right.
He's very selfless. Like whether you want to say. He doesn't ball hog. Like I think they had a stat out last year. He holds the ball on an average 2.8 seconds per possession,
which is insane.
That's insane. Like he gets the ball, he moves it. If he ain't got the shot, the ball's moving, and the ball that moves has energy, so everybody plays better.
Yeah.
So his unselflessness leads to that system being implemented by Steve Kerr. His unselflessness ends up leading them to the Hamptons where they recruit KD. His unselflessness leads them to be able to celebrate KD last year, even though Steph knew he needed the MVP, and he almost averaged a triple-double low-key last year.
Yeah.
So it could be an argument that he kind of deserved it last year too, but KD just was smoking, and he wasn't mad at KD for that.
And then last year, KD needed it for himself.
KD needed it more.
KD really needed it last year,
And Steph was unselfless in that.
But I mean, Steph Curry has to think that if you're going to take a caliber of a player like Kevin Durant and then bring him to your team, then like the what am I saying? The percentage of you actually winning this award goes down. Like he has to know that. So,
and I'm pretty sure he did. But let's not act like in 2016 when Steph was getting that unanimous MVP that he wasn't better than Kevin Durant that year. Like there wasn't an argument between Steph and KD. It was an argument between Steph and LeBron
James. Yeah,
like Steph was clearly number 1 or number 2 for about 9 months. Like I mean, he was unconscious.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we'll never get that Steph Curry again.
Yeah,
that's nuts.
Because you don't need that Steph Curry. Though.
Yeah,
you don't. Not right now. If something happens where the team breaks up, but I mean,
now it's a give and take. It's pros and cons. Yes, you're probably not going to get a Finals MVP, but you're going to get more rings than you possibly would have without KD.
Yeah.
So he's already a 3-time champ. Think about it like this. If you want to put this in real perspective, LeBron's been in the league 15 years and has 3 rings. Steph did 3 rings in 4 years.
Hey man, them niggas you cannot fuck with them.
So it's a pro and con.
You cannot fuck with them. You can't fuck with them.
Nah.
Speaking of LeBron James, so like what does this put him now? Like
he's still all time great.
Yeah.
I mean, he did carry this team as a 5th seed to the finals.
4 seed.
Was they 4th seed?
Yeah, 4th seed.
That was 5th. They could have been
4
4.
seed. Philly got the 3rd seed. They were fighting for Philly. It was Toronto, fake ass Toronto, number 1.
Yeah.
Boston was 2. Philly was number 3. The LeBrons were number 4.
The LeBrons. Okay. So what do y'all think he's gonna go? Or what do y'all just think his performance? Because a lot of people said that his performance in Game 4 was trash.
Oh, you know what? I'm glad you said. Well, go ahead, Jay.
I mean, like his performance this postseason, he's been doing so good for so long that you forget that that you're just used to seeing greatness.
I agree with that.
Like this postseason, like nigga, I forgot LeBron was this much of a beast.
Mm-hmm.
Like 51, I haven't seen this LeBron since Boston.
Game 6.
And how many years ago has that been?
That was 2013.
So yeah,
No, 2012. It was 2012.
5-6 years ago. Like I have not seen LeBron want it this much in a very long time.
Right. This was definitely his greatest playoff run, or second greatest playoff run.
So I was like, and if he played all 4 games the way he played Game 1, I think they would have given him the MVP.
Yeah, they would have.
But shit, imagine
that being swept and you still get the MVP.
That's embarrassing.
Yeah, that shit would be crazy.
I wouldn't even take the award.
You wouldn't take the award?
Hell no.
After being swept?
Hey, nigga, hold on. You got to think about it.
I did me, shit. Fuck these other niggas. I did me. Give me that shit.
You got to think about the optics. When do they give the Finals MVP?
When you win.
When you get the championship.
No, I get that.
Right?
So
that means you're going to have LeBron's ass surrounded by nothing but happy ass fucking Warriors.
Bro, that nigga sitting in there in the middle looking like he got a motherfucking participation trophy.
Here's your participation trophy.
Oh my God. LeBron, you came.
Yeah, no, nigga.
You came this year. Congratulations.
No,
oh my God.
I hate it for him, dog. I really do, man.
I hated it for him Game 1. I hated it for him for Game 1.
I'm talking about the tenure of the entire season, because the beginning of the season's for the Cavs.
No, for the season
was trash.
No, this is his fault. This is all his fault.
You think so?
No, so.
Even when he started off bad, even when the Cavs started off bad at the beginning of this season,
I blame him.
Still think that.
I understand what you're saying, but I blame the ownership more so than LeBron for the roster for this year. Now, granted, as far as with the cap situation, yeah, he put himself in there with getting JR so much money, Tristan so much money, where you can't, spend money in free agency and get better players. But allegedly the whole Kyrie situation, the front office wanted him to trade him for other pieces, and LeBron's like, "Well, no, keep him."
Okay,
but
that's a good point. I wasn't even going to add in the cap situation, but go ahead.
But so LeBron's like, "Hey, well, no, I need him." It's like, "Oh no, we'll trade him and get some pieces back."
Yeah,
and you trade for pieces which is crazy because after Crowder left, he started playing again.
All right, so you're breaking into two great topics, right? So let's take a trip down memory lane. Let's get into our time machine. And it is now the year 2014. All right.
Okay.
So I'm not even going to start with the decision. The decision is the decision. That's fine. 2011 happened. He choked. That's fine. By the way, he's lucky he choked that finals in 2011. Because D-Wade, no, for real. He's very fortunate he choked. It's the biggest blemish on his career. But had he showed up even the slightest bit, Dwayne Wade was going to win that finals MVP. And Dwayne Wade getting that finals MVP in combination with LeBron going to Dwayne Wade's team in Miami would have put him in the sidekick role, which would have put him in the Kobe Bryant role with the Shaq three-peat. It would have been equivalent. I couldn't win by myself, so I went to Dwayne or Wade County, won a championship where Dwayne Wade was the best player, and I'm just all along for the ride. I'm Robin, he's Batman. That would have been catastrophe.
Yeah, it would have been.
Catastrophe for him. But let's go to 2014.
Yeah.
What happened in 2014? They get wrecked by the San Antonio Spurs by a record margin in the finals. Nobody, as bad as this finals was last night that ended,
Yeah.
there's never been a finals that ended with a wider margin of victory over a series than that 2014 finals. Nobody's lost by more.
But I think
series.
last night could have been worse. If they weren't going out their way to give Steph MVP, last night could have been a lot worse. It would have been.
Yeah, they were in cruise control.
But it's like, nah, we just want to smoke these niggas.
Okay. But given the historical context of this is the biggest loss in finals history, what did LeBron do? He left. He ran from the fight, so much so that Pat Riley was like, hold up, man. They just punched us in the mouth. You don't get hit on the street and then leave the block.
Right.
You got to come back and run it back.
Bad Charlamagne, they got hit one time.
So,
ran across that building.
Yeah. Shout out to Charlamagne the God.
And they got way up out of there.
But he left. And this is why, you know what happened? This is all karma. This is the basketball guys teaching LeBron a lesson about trying to manipulate history. So he goes to Cleveland, and then he ships off a number one pick in Andrew Wiggins to Minnesota. He's like, okay, well, they got Kyrie Irving. He's fired. So Dwayne Wade looks like he's finished. So I'm going to get another ball handling ISO player that can do the heavy lifting when I don't feel like it. So I can use him. And then I need a Chris Bosh type player because I won a championship with that. So why not get Kevin Love traded over here? Because he's putting up 20 and 15 in Minnesota. And yeah, that number one pick, yeah, whoever it is, trade him. So in the letter, he writes to Cleveland, the I'm back letter, the honey, I'm home letter. Everybody's name's in there except Andrew Wiggins, who got drafted. Why would you not list the name of the number one pick? Because you already knew what was going to happen, right? Now, mind you, this is why it's karma.
So before we go, do you think that Cleveland would be better with Andrew Wiggins?
I was getting to that.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So this is why it's karma. Because LeBron James got smacked in the finals in 2014, and he wanted to stack the deck to an unfair degree.
He did.
Because who was out there now? It was just San Antonio.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was in San Antonio.
You know who didn't exist?
The Warriors.
They didn't exist. The Golden State Warriors were coming off a first round loss to the Clippers. So it's not like, oh, I went to Cleveland because I need to compete with this all-time great team. They didn't exist.
Right.
He was trying to bully the fucking league, and then the basketball guy said, oh, it's like that, bro? Okay, hold on. Let's magically heal Steph Curry's ankle. Yeah, let's put a gold seal around that for a while. You know what? Steve Kerr's supposed to be taking a job in New York because he has relationships with Phil Jackson, who he won a championship with. No, we gonna bring you to the Bay, which was not an attractive job at that time.
Then Iggy.
Damn.
So then it's like, okay, well, you know, this all-around basketball player, Andre Iguodala, would have him actually buy in against his will to come off the bench to give them the bench power. So everything starts to work against LeBron, who stacked the deck up, getting to J-Rock's point. Had LeBron kept Andrew Wiggins, ironically, they would have been a better matchup in 2015 for that Warriors squad. Karma.
Yeah, I mean, but
That shit
Wiggins, he
happens.
doesn't give you on the threat that Love gets you from beyond the arc.
He don't need to. He's a defense. He's long enough
Yeah,
to
now,
defend someone
defender-wise-
smaller. Like Steph Curry would still bust his ass, but it would be a lot harder to work. Like if you have somebody like who was checking Steph this series? Green.
Nobody.
Oh, okay, nobody was checking Steph, but they were making it
Yeah.
difficult for Steph, right?
Yeah.
The bigger defenders.
Green and Hood.
Right. So Wiggins could have done at least somewhat of a job on
Yeah.
him, right? Now, fast forward. They lose 2015. They come into 2016, 73-9, and let's just keep it real. 99 out of 100 times that team loses to that Warriors team. LeBron gets that third ring by the flukest of fluke wins.
Yeah.
Like
That win was nuts.
Like, think about all the things that had to go right in that series. So
And then
he steps over.
has Wiggins been injured?
No. So Wiggins hasn't even been injured.
So that the first series where Kyrie,
He would have been there.
That Love was, you would have had Wiggins, so he would have still been fine.
Well, I mean, we
know,
could, yeah,
semantics.
it's kind of hard to tell.
What if,
like,
yeah.
what if scenarios. But let's talk about what happened. So, 2016 happens.
Mm-hmm.
Game 4, LeBron steps over Draymond. The greatest play LeBron James has ever made in his life
yeah,
was not any game winner. It wasn't the block later on in that 2016 series. The greatest basketball play, was stepping over Draymond Green in game 4 and Draymond getting
get
upset.
suspended. Yeah,
And I'm sure a phone call was made and LBJ hit Adam Silver, was like, nigga, you know you need to suspend this dude, right? Draymond gets suspended. What they don't talk about is in game 5, because everybody's like, well, what happened game 6 and 7? Well, let's
hurt.
stick with game 5. Game 5, Draymond wasn't there, and Steph Curry just happened to get ejected. Just by chance. They were in the game, Steph gets ejected. That's fortunate. Then game 6 happens, and Iggy gets hurt. That's fortunate. And then Bogut gets hurt. That's fortunate. And then Kyrie is dribbling at the top of the key. Where's LeBron James at? Oh, he's in a corner, not wanting anything to do with the moment. And Kyrie hits the shot of shots. Argument could be made. Kyrie deserved that MVP.
he did. Kyrie deserved the MVP that year.
Argument could be made there. Karma again. Basketball gods sit on a cloud and they say,
Somewhere in Jersey Shore.
so you're gonna, that's a throwback. So basketball guys sit on the clouds and say, oh, you getting niggas suspended now? Wait a minute. Let's go to the Hamptons. KD comes. LeBron James literally initiates all of this. He's a victim of his own success. He created the monster that slayed him. Because KD doesn't go to Golden State if LeBron doesn't go to Miami, because he wouldn't have the nerve. This nigga has burner Twitter accounts and burner fucking phones.
Hell
You think
yeah.
he has the nerve to make the decision first? Hell no. The only reason he makes that decision is because Daddy
saw Bron do it,
James
yep.
did it first. And you're a father, Ave. Do you want your daughter to do better in life than you?
Absolutely.
Okay, well, Daddy James, KD's his son. Son looks at Daddy and says, okay, well, he got a chip when everybody was saying he wasn't going to get no chip. Well, I'm the son. I can do it better than he did.
You know what will make that better?
He took the blueprint and he...
If they would say, we're going to get not 1, not 2, not 3.
Shit.
And that's the irony.
Yeah.
The irony is what Daddy James prophesied
Tried to do.
KD's doing it.
is doing.
Yeah.
Literally, he engineered his own downfall. All these things, this is all karma.
That's crazy.
That's why you have a weed head and a hen god in fucking J.R. Smith running around like literally like it's Hoosiers, grab the rebound and duck out. Like he didn't even pass the ball, LeBron. He wanted to have an NBA Finals moment. You dumbass.
Bro, yeah, I think it was.
But LeBron got to blame himself. Who got J.R. paid? Oh, that was me.
Yeah.
Who got Tristan Thompson paid? Oh, that was me. And to your point, and we can wrap all, but Kyrie Irving, right? You could blame management, but as Stephen A. Smith put out there a couple of days ago, he talked about how it's different where Kyrie demands a trade. Well, before we even go there,
Okay.
why did Kyrie demand a trade?
Allegedly, the first reason was because he wanted to be the man, and now they changed the narrative to, well, there was rumors that he was going to be traded for another piece that LeBron wanted.
Yep. Okay. So the PR, the media, because mind you have to protect LeBron. LeBron is the main guy, so you have to protect him. So here's what happened. LeBron signed off on a trade to get Paul George and oh shit, what's my man name? Point guard. He went to the
Walker?
Bucks.
No,
he went to Milwaukee. Eric Bledsoe. It was Paul George and Eric Bledsoe for Kyrie. Kyrie was going to get traded.
Oh, that's a good trade.
And they were going to get back Paul George. They were going to get back Eric Bledsoe. LeBron
would've
signed
nice.
off on that. Kyrie found out about that because the trade fell apart because it was supposed to happen around the NBA draft. Didn't happen. Kyrie finds out about the trade. He goes in and says, fuck y'all, trade me. If y'all don't trade me, this knee surgery that y'all know I need, I'm having it on the season. So y'all not going to have me anyway. That's the only leverage Kyrie has. LeBron says, well, the Kyrie trade was bad. I didn't want to trade him. I didn't want management to trade him. Stephen A. debunked that. That's true, but it's not in context. It's different when you say, well, I can't make it without Kyrie Irving. I need Kyrie.
Yeah.
You have to keep him. Than saying, well, I mean, you got to do what you got to do. It's like, I'd like to have Kyrie on a team, but, if y'all want to make a decision, y'all make a decision. It'd be like telling your girl, babe, I cannot live without you. Like, you are everything to me. I need you in my life versus saying, I mean, girl, you got to do what you got to do. I mean, I'm sure. It's different.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That is nuts. Where do y'all see LeBron going? I have no idea. It just to throw my answer out there. I don't know where he's gonna go.
Like, everybody's hyping up Philly, but with him and Ben Simmons, I don't see the point because him and Ben Simmons is the exact same thing. Unless Ben Simmons works on and getting a shot. Yeah, I'll say the same thing. If Marco Fultz steps up, and becomes a good spot up shooter, then maybe. I would love to see him go to Houston, Rockets.
Yeah.
But y'all need to get rid of Harden. I want you trade for
Don't see that shit happen.
You trade Harden for Paul George.
Why? Paul George is a free agent. He can just walk on.
I mean, just release Harden.
So basically, you're saying trade Harden for LeBron.
Yeah.
They'd have to do a sign and trade.
Yeah.
Nah,
So
that ain't enough.
But so you got Chris Paul, you got Paul George for a spot up shooter, then you got Bron. So, but that way you can keep all the other pieces there. You still have Tuckett, Capella, Eric Gordon, and then if you get rid of Harden, you can get some better pieces for the bench to just make it a more complete team.
I don't think the Houston's rolling with that.
Yeah,
not them being the what do they call it? What do they call it now? As analytics driven as they are, I don't know if they want to do that.
Right.
Like San Antonio, I don't really see that.
I have no idea where he's going.
Yeah, because I can't make a good argument for any team.
Right.
Where just LeBron going there is enough.
Yeah.
Like it has to be LeBron and somebody else.
Houston's the best fit. I called Philly a year ago when niggas was saying I was crazy, but I don't know. I really don't know. I don't really care either this time. I guess I've seen this movie enough. So
I get that.
But yeah, I'm off.
Shit, I'm off of it too. All right, man, hit us up. That was actually a
full episode.
full
Turned
conversation.
to a sports podcast. Like, I thought we were going to talk about that for like 5-10 minutes.
I thought so
down,
too.
I'm like, shit,
We an hour into this
5 minutes
mug.
in.
Shit, do we want to just make this episode? We want to keep rolling?
Yeah, there's one other thing. I mean, let's do this just because it ties into the wins and loss.
Oh, yeah. Okay, let's do that. All right, man. Really quick, hit us up, man. Speak Between the Lines, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Join the conversation with us. We want to know your thoughts on where you think LeBron James is going. Your thoughts on the finals I mean,
Well,
I don't know
Or
what
tweet
thoughts
us
you
about
have.
what you think about the breakdown of what we just said. Do you agree? Do you disagree with this being karma? Like, was there anything else that could have been done? Like, yeah.
Yeah, all that. Yeah, tweet us, hit us. Yeah, tweet us.
Tweet
Don't
it
do
between
nothing
the
else.
lines.
Just tweet us.
Just tweet us.
No more emails. Just tweet us.
Just tweet us. All right, man. What we rolling into?
Okay, so while we were bonding and enjoying ourselves, having drinks, we ran into a couple ladies. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Shout out.
Yeah, shout out. And we asked them a few questions, and we kind of want to chop this up for a bit. So my topic this week that I wanted to get into was the 3 things that women care about.
What these bitches want from a nigga.
What they really want from us.
Nigga.
Somebody let me know.
Of course, women are not bitches. It's it's a nice little
Oh,
thing
yeah.
to make song.
It was the name of it. It was a song. It's just a song.
That shit was a fire song, dog.
I was listening to it on the way over here, actually.
Oh, that's funny.
I was like, that should be the name of the podcast episode.
Oh, man.
We probably shouldn't do that though, but I thought about it. But go ahead.
I thought about it too. Just in that moment.
I think it fits.
Just play the intro to that song. But anyway, so the 3 things that women care about, or what are 3 things that women are attracted to, right?
Okay.
So before I give my take, I want to ask y'all, for women, what do you think are the 3 most important things for them?
Man, you know what? Honestly, Jay and Lola, which are the 2 girls that we met at Trap, they actually gave some pretty good answers.
Of course, they're women.
Yeah, of course,
Yeah,
right?
They have the cheat sheet.
Yeah, home court advantage.
But security, loyalty, I think is something important.
Loyalty.
Yeah. One chick said that, dick game got to be strong, which
Oh, that's what she said?
I ain't too
Yes.
mad at that.
I didn't even hear that part.
I ain't too mad
That's
at
correct. That's why y'all was
the-
laughing.
That was number 1 and number 2 thing she said.
That's why she's single.
Yeah, man. But security, security, loyalty, stuff like that. People, women want to make sure that they have a guy who isn't going anywhere or isn't even looking to go somewhere.
Okay.
So because I know that some women can be, insecure, and
That's a good
any
show.
insecure.
Yes.
I haven't.
You've
seen
never seen Insecure?
It. I've seen the first 2
I haven't
episodes.
seen any of it.
What?
Damn, you know what?
Y'all
Gosh.
tripping.
You know what's gonna
guys?
happen? You know what's gonna happen? Alex is gonna hear this episode. He's gonna tweet me. Stop everything you're doing right now and start watching Insecure.
Shout out to the Sweets.
No, but I mean, anything that makes them
That's
feel like
funny.
anything that makes them feel safe, whether it's financially, within a relationship, feeling loved. I mean, I think those are some good things.
Yeah.
I
All right.
think.
Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I'll pretty much agree with that because
Just give me 3 though. Y'all saying a lot. What's y'all?
Oh, just name them off. Okay.
I was going to just keep on talking, just give out a whole bunch of answers. Hopefully,
Oh,
one of us be right.
Y'all wildin'.
But nah,
Because Abe was like, he's like, yeah, it could be this, it could be that.
right. Like, nigga. So I agree with security, and most of them I've talked to, I want somebody to be able to take care of me if something happens. Most of them I talk to are more talk about that from a financial side of it, but also women do want somebody who can protect them, somebody they can feel safe with.
Right. Preach.
So
I was going to say something. I want you
go ahead and say it. Go ahead and say
your
it.
thought. No, I don't want to cut your thought.
Okay. Honesty, loyal, somebody. No woman wants to be cheated on, but they also do want the same. At the same time, they want the guy that everybody else wants. They want the Jay-Z. Where a lot of women want him, but they know that he's not going to go anywhere. So faithfulness, I guess, and swag.
yeah.
Okay.
So, what were you? Oh, yeah.
I don't want to say
Yeah, point.
anything.
No,
No, you said you were going to say something. I forgot.
No, I was just going to say, I don't think. No, I'm good.
No.
Say it.
I was gonna say I don't think that women want to be as independent as they say they want to be. That's all I was gonna say.
I agree with that.
He said something that made me spark.
I agree,
I agree with that.
Because a lot of women say that they, I want to be independent, I want to take care of my own stuff. But in the same breath, when we're talking about relationship, they're like, Well, I want the man to pay for everything. Well, you can't be independent, but you want somebody to take care of you.
Yeah.
It's contradictory. So no, I get that.
I ain't gonna. Just to be fair, I'm pretty sure there are women out there like that, but I haven't run across any woman that says I want the man to pay for everything.
Yeah, I haven't either. Well, I've ran into a couple. I ain't gonna lie.
I haven't.
No, they're still single, but
Yeah. And so like this is like a situation where like, we're in work and we're just talking in terms like, well, and we're talking about what do women think men's roles are. It's like, oh well, the man needs to pay for everything. Wait, what? Okay. But then at the same time, it's like, well, we all need to be independent. It's like, well, you can't have it both ways.
Okay.
yeah, I think women go the independent route when they're forced to. Like it's almost like a defense mechanism. It's just like, well, I'm independent. Like it's like there's nothing wrong with being independent. Honestly, like women are running shit. Honestly, like they run the world. There's no doubt about that. They outnumber men. Period. And they do run the world. Now, there's still a lot of fights that are going on that need to be had on their behalf. But for the most part, like, yeah, women run shit. I think the independent thing kind of comes into play where maybe they're not getting the results that they want. And so it's a safety net to hang your hat on. Like, I don't need a man at all.
I think it goes back to the fact that they're outnumbered. If men outnumber women 8-1, it's like, well, the other 7 have to be independent.
Man, if men outnumber women, women would really have a lot of power because it's just like the reason the thing that strips women's power away as far as faithfulness is there's so many women out there. You have so many options. So what's that saying? A man's only as faithful as his options.
Yeah, I have heard that.
So I mean. Shit's real. So like if you reverse that where it's like 8-1 men to women,
then we'd be the ones worried about getting
we would be sweating. Like you know how many fights I heard this. Shout out to my man David. His dad told him this was so G to me. He was like, nothing will get in between 2 dogs like a cat.
Yes.
And yeah, if that happened where it's more men than women, yeah, that's a problem. But these are Rez's takes, so this is just my opinion.
Okay.
On the 3 things that women care about, or are attracted to. Historically, I find that women don't really care about looks so much. Looks really aren't that important.
That's one thing that one of the girls said. I think it was Lola that said it. She said that looks aren't as important.
It's not. And we can roll it to Beyonce off rip. Like, come on, man. If Jay-Z was not Jay-Z, there's no effing way this dude would be able to pull her just off looks. But number 1, I think they care about self-confidence. Self-confidence is of the utmost importance in attracting a woman.
The man has to have
The man has to have self-confidence.
Right on.
If the man is shaky on who he is or who his identity is, he will struggle to attract a woman.
Yeah.
They will sniff that out like a bloodhound. They know. So like you said, Jay, swag. Well, self-confidence is like swag before swag. Like there's a difference between being arrogant and just having a belief in who you are and what you can do. And women tend to love power. Women are attracted to power. Well, people that are self-confident have a lot of power. So, cause even in themselves, even if it's nothing around, because we've seen guys. You ever been in the mall when you were younger and you see a badass chick, and then you see the nigga next to her, and like, how the fuck he pull that off?
Right. How, Sway?
How?
Right.
It makes no sense.
Yeah.
It's because of his self-confidence. It's because of his posture. It's because of his swag. Whatever you want to call it. That's what got her. Thoughts?
I'm not mad at that. That kind of goes back to, I think, like we kind of touched on, I don't know if it was last episode, but the rejection. Yeah, when we talked about rejection.
It's like the table?
Yeah.
The wedding table?
Yeah, like if you're not afraid of being rejected, like if you not being afraid of rejection, there's a sense of self-confidence that comes with that.
100%.
So if you are self-confident about not even necessarily your abilities, but just yourself in general, then anybody can sniff that out. Shit, men sniff it out. You were observant of it at the table when you were sitting with them,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not saying
he
that you was
controlled
attracted to
that shit.
but
Like,
yeah,
he's like, man, hey, Reds, what's up, man?
yeah. But I mean, you
Breaks.
but just when somebody talks, how they talk, all that, whether they're able to hold a conversation with you, and all that, you know, you have to be confident within yourself. And I feel like women see that. Like if they're aware that this guy is able to just talk to them off bat and not have any connection or know this person at all, just able to spark up a conversation, the guy has to be confident to do that. If they lack confidence, then the conversation will never start. None of that will happen. And you will almost be invisible in a sense.
Basically. You could not even be there.
Yeah, you could not
we were
even
at
be
the
there.
club last night, right?
Yeah.
Or not last night, on Thursday.
Yeah.
Well, yes, there were certain women in there that were attractive and they stood out and you could notice them, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of people in there that we wouldn't even look at. Like they're in our line of sight, but we don't see them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. Mm-hmm. Self-confidence.
Yeah. Like, what's crazy, but I was on YouTube, and I saw this one story that tripped me out. A homeless dude pulled a chick. And, like, so I'm like, okay, I gotta watch this video. So, it was a homeless dude. It was just out and about in his normal day. Saw the chick. He's like, man, I gotta approach her. And the chick said he looked homeless. But she's like, you know, I'm type of person, I'll talk to anybody. So he came up, approached her, made a couple jokes, made her laugh. Then at the end of the day, he's like, well, hey, you know, normally I don't do this, but do you want to come back to my park bench?
My park bench.
What?
Do you want to come back to my park bench?
Like, what?
Yo.
Come to
that
my
is
park
swag.
bench.
That is swag.
And
That's a contender for the name of this episode. Come
Yeah.
to my park bench.
That is dope. That is dope.
That's funny.
Round of applause for the fucking homeless guy with the swag.
Yeah, for real.
but you know what I'm saying? Like, how much confidence you have, like, you know what I'm saying? There is no excuse.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's not, man. Matter of fact, I actually want my wife to tell this story, but when we first met, you know, we kind of met up. Nigga, I showed up in a car beat down worse than the motherfucking Honda that I used to have. Nigga, I had them.
Hold on, the one with the bad paint?
Bro, the car I had
It was
before
the
that
worst?
was worse. I
Nigga.
pull up, dog.
Ave had a fucking car that looked like it had been bathed in an acid rain shower. it was like this nigga got like 18 different colors of paint on this goddamn
Do you have
car.
a picture of that car?
Oh, shit.
That needs to be the thumbnail.
I'll take a picture.
That needs to be the thumbnail
You know what?
for this show.
I still have the picture.
Oh
I mean, I
my
still have the
God.
car. The car's in the garage.
Nigga, I'm driving to your house
That
after
shit
this.
was
The car still has the
hilarious.
garage. But she'll tell you, like, when I pulled up, the car was worse. I was in, like, nigga, some hooping shorts, like a shirt. And she was like, this nigga, what he got on? But, like, the confidence,
Right.
I guess I had, the self-confidence I had in us chopping it up and all that succeeded or surpassed. Superseded. Thank you.
Yeah.
Anything else I had going on with me.
Right.
So, confidence is important. That's all I got to say.
It's key.
Even last night. I mean, even Thursday night. I mean, shit,
Like, yeah, the bartender's like, you guys are the most fun people here.
Oh,
And,
okay.
And the place was packed. She's like,
Oh, you're talking about
traffic.
the host. The chick that
Oh,
kept messing.
man, that
chick kept messing
motherfucker.
with us.
Well, did she mean that? Was she just trying to get us to buy a drink?
I don't know.
Because she was hunting our ass down. Sidebar, we literally are in this goddamn club.
and it did not stop.
And we go over by the DJ, she finds us. We move away from the DJ, she finds us. We go out to the bar outside, she finds us.
Yeah, man, that was nuts. I don't know what that was about.
I went down the freeway, she found me.
Well, what was crazy that we found out about after you left was that she was the only host working the entire floor. So I found it more interesting that
Yeah.
she kept coming to
Okay,
us.
so that's respect.
Yeah.
Damn, I wish I would have bought a drink from her now.
Nah.
I don't.
They don't get that good.
Well, she was grinding. All right. Well, Ave actually hit on the second thing that I think women care about is good conversation. And one thing that I would highlight with that is the mind. a guy's mind is important for a woman because that dictates the depth of knowledge that they have to be able to attract her. So, for example, a woman does not want a man that she has to tell what to do or how to do it or the best way to do it. That gets annoying. A woman wants a man that can teach her something, that can take her somewhere, that can enlighten her to something, even if you guys are equals in the way you think, but give you a different perspective on how to think about that same thing. So the question that we as men have to ask ourselves is, in attracting women, what do I have to offer her intellectually?
That's a good point. That was actually one of Jay's answers. She said that she likes a man who can stimulate her mentally.
Correct.
Versus, I ain't gonna say versus, but stimulate her mentally before anything else takes place. Anything else takes place. So, yeah. And you know what I like about what you wrote down is that we kind of like, I guess, validated it because everything you had written down
was pretty much.
She said,
yeah. And you had that before we went out,
right?
And so talking to these two women, kind of just you were just able to check off, I guess.
Yeah, like it was like, yep, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I can see that. And she's actually not the first person I've heard say that, which I guess is not you either because you haven't written down. Like, women want to be mentally stimulated. Right. Like, they want to have conversations that go deeper than what they're able to see on TV, regardless of how often you may see women react on social media or react to what's on TV if they're watching Real Housewives of Atlanta or Dallas or Little Rock or whatever. Like, women want to know, can this guy mentally take me somewhere that I wouldn't go if he wasn't here?
Yeah.
Damn, that's weak.
Bro, come on, Dice.
That's weak.
One more time. There you go.
There we go. I was like, damn, that's weak.
Yeah, man. Conversation is important. And it's not even just conversation about talking them out of their draws. It's about, like, can this person hold a conversation with them?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Jay?
No, I agree with that because sex can only get you so far. You know, because
it's pretty high on one of them. I forgot which one. It's pretty high on their list.
but
I think it was like number 1 or 1A. Like,
it was number
that
one.
shit was high.
Yeah, it was definitely a bullet point on the first one.
Like, she screamed it. Dick. Whoa, okay. But it's like, you know what I'm saying?
Dry spell?
But, you know, at the end of the day, it's like, if that's the only thing that you bring to the table, like, we outnumber women. There's more women. It's easy to find just that.
Right.
You know, not everybody can, like Abe said, bring something to the table. It's like, okay, well, I can help you get to the next point in life. Because, like, that's really where the alpha male sends out. It's like, it's easy to just, okay, well, I can just have sex with people. Okay, everybody can. But not everybody can say, okay, well, I can get you to the next point.
Right.
You know, I can mentor you.
Now, mind you, these things that we're discussing do not apply to the side chick.
Yeah, no.
At all. None of this applies to the side chick. These are women that are trying to be in an established relationship. Throw all this shit out for the side chick.
We should have made that disclaimer.
We should have, yeah.
We should have said that
off
first.
top. Like, this does not apply to the
stuff.
side chick. So if you're a side chick or you know someone that's a side chick and you're trying to take them from the dark side to the light side, this will not work.
Nah.
Right?
Sure won't.
Okay. So, but the mind actually helps you with the self-confidence, because if you know, like, what did Sweet say on the tweet? It was Sweet tweet. Ain't that a bitch?
Sweet tweet.
He said I mean, you don't have to look it up, but he basically just said don't tell me what you think, tell me what you know, or show me what you've done, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm paraphrasing, but that's the thing, is like,
show me how, don't tell me what you think may work.
There you go. So women also follow that. Like, they don't want a nigga that's just saying, like, well, this is what I think. Who the fuck cares? No, this is what I know. It's different.
Right, yeah.
It's a slight difference, but it makes all the difference in the world for them.
Yeah.
So if your language always revolves around, hey, I think this, I think you should do this. Like, no, you need to do this.
Right.
There's a certain amount of confidence that goes in that. So all of that breathes together. The conversation flows better when you have self-confidence. you're attracting her because you can lead her somewhere. That's sending a signal to her.
Right.
No matter what the fuck you look like, what does your mind look like?
Right.
Because we've seen too many ugly niggas with bad bitches.
And speaking of that, which is funny, when we first started talking to them, they're like, oh, okay, yeah. They're like, oh, we do a podcast. Oh, then it's like, okay, these guys must be somebody.
I don't know. Everybody got a podcast.
I mean,
I mean, it sounds good. It sounds good. I'm just saying. I don't know.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't know.
They actually perked up. It's like, okay, well, that then became interesting.
Yeah.
Because we're not just every other conversation starter.
Yeah.
I understand. I understand where you're coming from. We're not just somebody that's trying to talk to them, because the approach that we took was, hey, we want to talk to you about something that we're going to talk about on our podcast.
I agree with that.
So I can see where you're coming from with that J-Rock. I can see that.
I'm just saying everybody got podcasts. We're a little late to the game.
Yeah, we are. I mean, we doing all right.
Everybody decent. Don't got 3,000 downloads in 6 months, but
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, but some people got 10,000 downloads.
We ain't talking about them because they killing us right now.
We ain't talking about them.
Them niggas fire.
Shout out to Skip the Tutorial for botting us in downloads.
Yo, Skip the Tutorial is a real deal. But enough with the shameless plug. Listen, all right. So last thing, and we can jump off. But I think the last key.
Damn, we jumping off already?
No. I mean, we can jump off into the conversation.
Oh, okay.
So you got self-confidence.
Mm-hmm.
You got good conversation or the mind.
Mm-hmm.
I think the last thing is self-care.
Okay, grooming.
However you want to define it. It could be grooming. It could be like people that care about themselves and respect themselves usually hold themselves to a higher standard. They're not sloppy. They're not lazy. In presentation. And that can mean a multitude of things. They're not lazy in presentation in how they talk. They're not lazy in presentation in the word usage. They're not lazy in presentation on how they look. They're not lazy in presentation how they dress or how they convey their message, how they console someone, how they approach someone, how they whatever that presentation is. They're not lazy in it. So self-care is important. Self-care could be like a person that works 60, 70, 80 hours a week are working themselves into the ground, and they may be struggling in their love life because they don't ever take time to breathe. They never take a moment for themselves.
Yeah.
So it's kind of harder to attract somebody. Or maybe you don't groom yourself as much as you should. Maybe you don't. Unfortunately, in this world, well, I won't even say unfortunately. It's a rule. People judge you by the way you look.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not necessarily your face, even though that can have some sort of aspect to it, but the clothes, right? Mm-hmm. But you don't have to go broke trying to buy clothes you can't afford to attract a woman. If you have the self-confidence internally, you could, like, this nigga Abe was in some fucking basketball shorts.
Nigga, tough.
And a broke down beater.
Man.
Tough.
With acid burns on it. Two-tone paint job.
Nigga,
he got a wife, a house, and a kid. That's the nigga.
Outside and a half of us.
Bro, that was just the first night. I mean, I cleaned up after that.
And I'm not saying look like a bum, but like women do judge you by like, okay, well, fuck, like,
hey, come back to my park bench. What's up?
Yeah, like it's real. And you may have a park bench, house, apartment, whatever.
Yeah.
But if they see the potential in you, they'll still ride the ride with you.
Yeah.
That is true.
Mm-hmm.
But that mouthpiece better be on point. Double entendre.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. I think that was a.
Yeah. What the fuck did you?
I tried to do the drop.
I got you.
This.
I was one of the moments.
What you said? Rap.
I couldn't get my tongue to
purring on this.
I couldn't get my tongue to roll.
Pause. I don't want to know shit about you trying to get your tongue to. That's between you and your wife. Keep it moving, nigga.
Oh man.
Oh, but yeah. So.
Oh my god, that was funny.
I think that's a good point. I mean, I think appearance is important. I mean, because how you. Like your mouthpiece has to be seriously on point if you're not up to standard as far as
you can't
self-care is concerned.
You can't like literally forsake self-care and not have self-confidence.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
and not be able to have a conversation with authority,
Man,
you washed. It's over.
You are washed. You are definitely washed.
The other two have to be strong.
They have to.
If you're weak in one, the other two gotta be strong.
Nigga, that better be a hell of a 2/3, nigga.
For real. Self-confidence, conversation.
And so
I don't know, man, because one of those I don't even think you don't even get in the door. I don't think without conversation.
no, you don't. Yeah, if you don't have the conversation skills, like it's not gonna.
Like so, I think conversation.
That's
is
number one.
Yeah, it's a common denominator, and then you can maybe like I said, like not look good, but if self-confidence and conversation is there.
Well, that's how the thoughts get caught up. It's
Okay.
and they're not even intentionally being thoughtish. Like there's a lot of women out here that are thoughts that don't know their thoughts and they're not trying to be thoughts, but they get caught up in a conversation and they just end up going relationship to relationship to relationship and they're not finding the guy that they want because the guy doesn't have the other two.
Yeah.
Or actually he doesn't have. Well, I mean, there's an integrity piece of this too. Because, I mean, you could be a street nigga and just fucking bitches and have all the self-confidence in the world, have all the...
Yeah, you could have all three and still be not shit.
So you could actually have all three and not be shit.
Well, yeah, no, you're absolutely right about that. I think it's about what the guy's looking for too, though. Because nigga can have all three and then just be using all three of those to fuck bitches.
To the highest of his ability.
It is.
Like Wilt Chamberlain numbers.
Yes, nigga.
Wow.
But, yeah. Okay, so another disclaimer. This is not how to find a good man. These are the three things that if you're a guy and you want a woman, you need to have these three things in your bag.
Let me ask you this. Where did you get those from?
My head. I thought about it.
You thought about it?
Yes.
That's fair.
I was like, no, like real shit. Like we were like, I was like, damn, I want to have a conversation about this. I was like, well, what the fuck what do I think women actually care about? Mm-hmm. And then I just started looking at people in relationships, and I would look at individuals that basically are either in a relationship, trying to get in a relationship, or they're very good at getting into relationships. Mm-hmm. And I just found a common denominator. But I thought about it. I was like, well, yeah, you're going to need conversation skills to just start off, because you need an icebreaker. If you have no icebreaker game, that woman will stand next to you all night, and nothing will happen.
Yep.
You gotta have an icebreaker game, and that comes in a conversation. And then when you start the conversation, you need to have something inside your head that you can put out to her to make her think like, okay, damn, I kind of like this dude. This actually, like, this ain't no regular ass conversation. Because how many times a day does a woman get hit on?
Yeah,
Especially an attractive woman that you want.
that's a good point. And you saying that thought about a point that I was gonna make that Jared said that was actually a good point.
Nigga, you are heavy on these government names.
Man.
My bad.
Go ahead.
My bad.
See, this is what happens when we hang out outside of the podcast.
That's what it is.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
Too familiar.
You say too familiar. Jared said something along the lines of
And this nigga did it again.
shit.
Go ahead.
J-Rock said something along the lines of like women are constantly being hit on, right? Or something like that.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, you did.
Yeah, he mentioned something like that. And
a couple episodes ago.
Okay.
right. No, I mean, it was this episode.
What?
He didn't word it that way. But I think one thing that women think that guys are doing when they come to them is they're going to want sex or something like that.
Yeah.
So you have to bring in a conversation. Fuck.
Yeah,
I lost my thought.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
Basically, women know that most guys want the same thing, and so their thought process literally.
We're not going to fall for a banana in the tailpipe.
I'm not falling for it.
Yeah.
I'm not falling for the game.
So off bat, their guard is up.
Yes.
But you can you bring that guard down through conversation. Yeah. Also. I don't know.
I
would say shit like that.
Yeah,
My nigga washed.
I washed all the way.
He was talking about like whenever we're talking to chicks, he was like, hey, we want to interview you for our podcast. So it took it off of.
It sounds like an intro to a porn video.
Oh, never mind. Okay.
I'm just saying.
Anyway.
Casting couch. Anyway.
Casting couch.
All right. Okay. Well, go ahead. Go on. I broke the conversation. I didn't have nothing there.
You seem disappointed.
I have, because it was a good point I had when Jared said it, and then you reminded me, or when Jared said it, but you reminded me of it, but then I couldn't get my thought out the way I wanted it to.
Lost the handle. It's all right.
I did, man. It happens, bro.
Yeah. Happened to Steph. Now he hit that 35-foot-3 after it. You kind of clanked it off the side.
No, my shit got stuck in between the rim and the backboard. Nigga.
Jump ball. Like, take your ass back to center court.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. But yeah, man, like I guess as far as if you could only use 2 out of those 3, which 2 out of the 3 would you maximize?
Conversation and confidence. Well, conversation and confidence.
Okay.
Do you?
Oh, that's a separate question. So, okay, so out of those 3, what do we feel we possess, and how did we get that possession?
Okay.
That's a good breakdown. We can get some leeway there.
No, I'm just thinking.
Oh, you're thinking?
Oh,
Yes.
go ahead, Dave.
I think out of 3, I think confidence, self-confidence, and conversation are the 2 that I think I do pretty good at.
Yep. I agree with that.
Conversation is through just talking a lot. Self-confidence is actually through, one, being confident within yourself. Like, it's kind of just going back to the last episode. Like, you have to realize that, like, with rejection, if we're keeping it on the women thing, right? Like, if you realize rejection is going to happen, and you have to be comfortable with who you are as a person, then everything else outside of what she can tell you as far as a no, none of that matters. So self-confidence is, that shit's important. I think in some cases, I think it may even be more important in conversation. But I got self-confidence. I just got by through conversation and being rejected, through conversation, not being afraid of rejection, and knowing who I am as a person, knowing somewhat of who I am as a person.
I think for me, I know self-care for me was my weakest. Like, it was super, super trash. Like, I just didn't care. Like, I look homeless after 4 days without a haircut, 7 days without a haircut. So I literally have to go to the barbershop every 7 days, or I literally look like a homeless man. I transform.
That's trash.
Yeah, like I look like Wolverine. Like,
Oh, that's dope.
like I look like a shorter, unattractive, like hobo-ish Wolverine.
I guess you shit. That's why I got a hat on, nigga.
Yeah, it's not a good look. So,
Shit.
but ironically, I was very quiet. So I actually didn't have any of these. Oh, well, everybody starts off with none of these skills, but I didn't actually get the conversation skill until I think I was like 22. So like going through high school, I definitely did not have any conversation skills. I was very quiet. I was very shy, and I was not a person. I wasn't popular in the least bit. I knew the popular people. I was in class with the popular people, but I didn't associate with them. In fact, I think the only school dance I went to was the prom. Now I had 2 dates at the prom, but that wasn't because I was doing anything crazy. It's just literally like 2 friends that I knew that neither one of them had a date. So I took both of them out. So that was cool.
Oh shit, nigga. At least you had a prom date, nigga. I got stood up for prom.
For real?
Nigga, what? Bro, absolutely. I can tell you the story.
Yeah, tell it.
So there was a chick I was dating, and just to answer, just kind of just give you. Like all this shit comes with time. None of this shit you start off with.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? So just kind of going back to high school and prom. Shit, man, I was dating this one chick, and we were excited, like, we liked each other and all that stuff. We didn't go to the same school. She went to school in Dallas.
I see. That's pretty fucked
Yeah.
up.
So yeah, she didn't go to Poteet with me. So I'm like, yeah, man, I'm gonna go to prom. We'll scoop you up, whatever. We're gonna come kick it, whatever, right?
Scoop you up in that fucking car.
Right. No. See, I took my sister's Tahoe to prom.
Smart man. All right, go ahead.
So all right, so prom's rolling around. Like, all right, you got your dress? Yeah, I got my dress. Cool. That's what's up. 2 days before prom, she calls me and tells me she can't go. And I was like, what you mean you can't go? I can't go. Click.
Damn, she followed the cancellation policy when you're trying to return a product.
Bro, you know
gotta
what
do
I'm
it 48
saying?
hours beforehand.
Real talk. So not only
Did she end up going with somebody else?
I don't know. We didn't go to the same school.
Okay,
I don't know. So
okay,
I don't know
yeah.
what she ended up doing. But no, it was our senior prom. She was a junior, so she wasn't even about that prom life. But on top of that, she stood me up for prom, and then the next week she broke up with me.
I got one worse than that for you.
Oh, wait, the next week she what?
Next week she broke up with me. Yup. That was like when Usher Let It Burn was popping.
Let it burn.
Bro, nigga,
Remember
I
that
was
Boondocks episode?
Yeah, bro.
Hey, it was in the street dancing.
Who was the? It was the Lord Tom. Tom's ass was
Nigga.
dancing over Sarah.
Bro, I was sick. Nigga, I was on my bedroom floor just Let It Burn was on repeat, nigga.
Oh shit! My nigga in the fetal position in the corner, like
Man, that's
his
right.
basketball shirts and a white tee.
Man, so at least you had dates. The guy ended up taking my homeboy because he didn't have no ride.
That's
Shit.
sad, dog. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Mine was worse than that. So, I never date for prom, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna go with my homegirl. So I asked her, I'm like, hey, you want to go to prom? Okay, yeah, cool. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm gonna rent a limo, because my pastor's son.
He comes from money.
No,
That's what it sounds like.
No.
Yeah.
My pastor's son had a limo service at the time,
Oh, okay.
so I'm getting it at half off anyway.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm gonna get this limo. I've been going there with one of my homeboys, so we're gonna go half. So I'm only paying a quarter of it.
Okay.
So some comes, I'm like, hey, he like the 2 weeks prior, the son got sick and he was only a driver. So I'm like, hey, y'all don't think we're gonna be able to get this limo? Okay, I don't want to go now.
Oh no!
Damn.
Oh no!
Oh, it gets better.
She was usually your connect. She was trying to go connect to Flourish.
Oh,
Right.
she
And stun on
trying to
these
use it
hoes.
as
So 3 days later, he goes like, hey, I'm good. I'm good to drive. And I'm like, okay, well, cool. Let me hit the other dude, see if he still wants to go. I didn't hit the chick up. So dude's like, oh yeah, hey, yeah, I'm still down. We can, take the limo to prom, have a good time, whatever. I'm like, okay, cool. We go to pick him up. The chick who told me no is his date.
So all y'all in the limo. All y'all in the limo. You kicking it,
Nigga.
bro.
No.
So you didn't have nobody with you?
Oh shit! Are you serious?
I'm in the limo. The chick told me no because I couldn't get a limo.
Oh my god!
My homeboy said, I'm like, we're just gonna roll up there, we're gonna pick up some chicks there, have a good time. This bitch in the car with him.
So what did she say when she saw you?
Nothing.
How do you explain that?
She didn't even know this nigga. She's like, hi, I'm such and such. What's your name? Like, bitch, you was my date.
Are you fucking?
Fuck you, man. You was my date last week.
But so, we get to prom, and I had a good time. So Al danced to everybody, and then she just I felt bad for him. She sat down the whole time. She ain't dance. She didn't want to do nothing. She just stood there the whole time.
Well, at least you got the clap back on the dance floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Shit,
That's
I was
tough.
like, oh my God.
that's
tough.
tough. That's
I was like,
heart
damn.
wrenching.
That probably kick both their asses out.
I was like, God damn.
I'll probably kick
Yeah,
both their
no,
asses out.
nigga, you're
I would kick
walking.
both their
You're
asses
not
out.
going to the prom tonight.
Hold on, nah, man.
Right.
Uber didn't exist either. Yeah, that's a
of that.
long ass.
None of that.
Yeah, so I was sick that day.
Well, that's.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry for your loss.
That is funny. That's funny as hell.
But
So what are your what are your things though?
oh yeah.
Oh, so
The ones that you possess.
mine is the opposite of yours. So when I was in high school, confidence was my strongest.
Okay. Yep.
So even though I had that crazy story,
I just thought
Right.
about that pic.
yeah, right.
What picture?
Like you tried to take.
Oh my god,
Gmail.
nigga! You talk about my card? No, nigga. That the picture of your
that
ass needs to be
Listen, y'all.
the cover for this episode.
Oh my god, yo, that picture was legendary.
God.
This nigga, go ahead, I believe it.
But,
that
like-
nigga was confident. That nigga was full stretched out,
Oh, this nigga was
In a white
super
tee.
duper confident.
Oh,
hand behind the head.
You
like,
can tell this
okay.
nigga a damn thing.
But it's like,
But go
you know what I'm
ahead.
saying, like, I didn't hang out with the cool kids, but everybody in my circle, we're all solid kids.
Yeah.
So I'm like, in my mind, I'm saying, I'm rolling with the coolest kids in high school. What I'm saying, rejection wasn't really a big issue.
Mm-hmm.
I'm working, I got my own money. I go to college is popping.
Yeah.
Then like when life starts you, that's when the confidence went down for me. So like
A lot of people can relate to that. That's
right.
right.
So I started off higher in confidence, and then lower in the other two, and then life happened, then confidence came down, and now the conversation is much better than what it's back then. But for me, the confidence was really high back then.
So how do you combat that? Like, because that's real. A lot of people can relate
Right.
to that. When I went to my 10-year anniversary at high school, yo, some of the baddest bitches got washed by
yeah.
life.
Right.
Oh my God. So how do you combat? I guess what do we think is the way to, when you start to lose confidence, when life starts to beat you up, that you get it back?
You have to learn to have a high self-worth.
Okay.
Is you have to know what you bring to the table.
So how does one go about finding that?
Yeah, like I guess take us on your journey of how you did that or are doing that.
So, like, I mean, what one thing you really can do is whatever wins you have, you have to own them. So, like for example, me now, right? The biggest thing that a lot of people struggle with confidence is you look at what other people are doing, and you think what you're doing is not enough. You see other people's social media is like, okay, they got this job, they got this car, they're doing
That's
X,
fake,
Y,
though.
X, Y, and Z, and you forget to actually take stock in what you've done. So like I was actually feeling that point last year, and that's how okay, well, what have I done in my life, right? So at this point, I've been at my job now for 5 years, which is highly irregular. The average term is probably half that.
Agreed.
I'm on a podcast. And what I'm saying, I'm doing editing on it, so I'm an executive producer. And I did Legal Shield for a while, so I own my own business. So you have to take in stock, well, no, I'm doing stuff that most people my age aren't even attempting. And you have to find value in what you've done. And let's say, I'm working on my health, my weight. I take pride in the fact that I'm not what I used to be. So
Facts.
you take on everything that you've done, you just build on it.
It's very good. That was actually a very good breakdown. I'm not mad at that. That was pretty good. Round of applause for this nigga. Round of applause for this nigga.
I will say that I guess for me, making that transition.
Yeah.
So didn't talk much. I didn't, and another
I
big
can't
thing.
ever see a point in your life where you didn't.
Yeah,
talk much.
bro. Like, it's one of those things where when you get unhinged, like you don't stop. So,
You know what? Actually, I think when I first met you, you weren't talking.
what year was that?
Oh, let's see. I came out here. It's 18, 13. I think 12 or 11.
Yeah, I could probably see that. I think my transition, how I found my self-confidence was, well, let me say this first. One of the things that hurt me was I didn't drink, I didn't smoke. So a lot of the things that were going on around me, I didn't participate in because it's like I was dealing with a fear that I didn't want to become an alcoholic because I had seen that pattern in my family, and that was a genuine fear for me. So I didn't even take
I can respect that.
Yeah, I didn't take my first drink till I was like 21. So it's like, well, who wants to hang around with this nigga? Right?
Well, you're not supposed to. It's the law.
Yeah, bro, you did good, dog. Good job.
I got you. But the thing was, I found self-confidence in accepting, ironically, like my limitations. So you do have a Napoleon complex when you're short. And
Right.
I actually found strength in accepting that, well, shit, nigga, I hit my growth spurt at 4th grade, 5th grade, whatever. And so when I used to be on a basketball court posting niggas up one summer, and then the next summer, I'm trying to post them up and shit ain't working no more because they grew. I was like, damn, you got bigger, right? The fuck? I started to accept that. So when you accept things in your life and your own limitations, you can make light of it. And when you make light of it, you're more comfortable with it because you take the power away from other people. It's like when you're trying to fight, like, for example, let's say, like, well, I'm short. So if I'm trying to, like, always, well, you can see it's different. I want to use weight because weights, you can fluctuate. I can't fluctuate my height.
Right.
Your height is height. But let's say I'm overweight, right? Ding. I would take, chill out. Look, I'm overweight.
Right.
I would take the power out of people hitting me with that.
Yeah.
Like, it's an exception to it. It's like, okay, well, yeah, nigga, I'm overweight. Like, I would say it. Mm-hmm. Right? Yeah. It's the same way Eminem did with 8 Mile at the end. Mm-hmm. He killed himself first, so there was nothing the nigga could say.
Right.
So you'll hear me make short jokes, right? Because I'm comfortable with myself.
Yeah, and then whenever people want to talk about you anyway, they always go for the obvious.
Right.
If you accept it, if someone's like, oh, you're short. Yeah, clearly.
Yeah, clearly, nigga.
You know, I mean, I'm standing next to, you know, Joel and B. You know,
yeah.
You just not figuring this out?
Yeah, get my plate off the top shelf, nigga. Use your height for something.
Get my plate off the top shelf.
Come on. But, I mean, that's what helped me get my self-confidence was I accepted the fact that, yeah, I'm never going to be that tall. I'm probably never going to be the most popular guy in the room or in the world. So I'm okay with that. And I felt comfortable. And the more, it's ironic that the more I felt comfortable with that, the more confidence I started to be like, oh, yeah, nigga, you can't really get at me on that shit no more.
Right. Right. Because, yeah, you've already embraced it.
Right. And then the thing is, like, I guess I want to use the hype, but I can't because it doesn't really work. Because I can't do anything about it.
Right.
But, like, if it were weight, I would literally embrace the fact that, okay, well, I'm heavier set. Now, I'm working to lower the weight down. But in the meantime, yeah, nigga, I'm heavy set. Like, that, it is what it is. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm hungry. Like, there's nothing wrong with that.
Real talk.
Yeah.
Like, and so I embrace that. My self-confidence goes up. So now, I'm more prepared to talk to, like, if we're tying it back into the women aspect of it, right. I'm more prepared to talk to a woman now because I already know what she knows. Mm-hmm. I've accepted what she's looking at. Mm-hmm. And so my confidence is going to grow. Meanwhile, I started reading books. I started getting mentors that were doing better in life. And I started doing what they were doing and listening. A lot of times, and you won't believe this, J-Rock, because you just said, like, you can't imagine me not ever talking, right? But I have this principle that the person with the biggest bag in the room does the most talking, right? So I will be in the presence of people that are doing way better than me, and I won't say shit. Now, I'm not saying that in relation to the podcast itself, but I'm using it as an example. I'm about to kill you on that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no. But I'm using it as an example that there are a lot of times and a lot of people that I hang around where I'm in mute mode. Because there's nothing that I can contribute at that point. My job there is to soak up game.
To learn.
Yes. Because I would be insulting them to try to pretend that I'm operating at their level when I'm not. Like, they're like, I mean, they're controlling shit. Like, some of these niggas are controlling people's careers.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, this is soak up game time. This is not time for me to stunt.
Yeah.
And that's where I guess confidence came in, and then being around people like that, the information came. So when you talk to somebody, you can actually deposit something into them that's going to be worth it. Sidebar, me and my homeboy was talking last night, me and my homeboy David. Okay. There's this girl that came into our conversation. And have you ever see people walk into your conversation, like you chopping it up with a friend, and they just insert themselves into the conversation?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And y'all talking deep shit, or y'all are really hammering home a point, or it might not even be deep shit. We were talking about the NBA Finals, but like it was a dope ass conversation. She interjected and started trying to sidebar the conversation. So we ended up talking about other people's relationships that did dirty work.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Oh, wow.
And then eventually we got her out of the conversation. But me and him were looking at each other. We were like, what did we get out of that conversation? Nothing. Like, and that's the person you don't want to be. You don't want to be a person that you deposit nothing to the conversation. If you're not going to do that, don't say nothing.
Oh.
That's real spill. That is real talk.
Yeah. Anyway,
bro. Yeah,
I went off on a tangent. My bad.
That bell. Nah, that was a good point, man. That was a good point. I just to take something from what you said just now. I think most importantly is which is one thing that I did was I surrounded myself with people who were confident. You know what I mean?
That's a great point.
I want to say
forces
that
That's a great point.
yeah. And like it kind of just rubs off on you. Like I know when my cousin from Minnesota came down, he stayed with us for a few weeks. Like this nigga was like probably one of the most confident niggas I've ever ran across at that time. And he was just like the energy you get from being around confident people, it just rubs off on you.
Facts.
Yeah.
So I think that's one thing that is really
great point.
important is just putting yourself around people who have the energy of being confident, because that shit it just happens. Like you'll be in a room or being around people and you don't want to dance or do anything, but then people around you who are confident that are dancing will just essentially make you want to start dancing.
Can I say something funny?
Yeah.
Thursday, I don't dance, right? I see this nigga Abe start dancing, and I was like, damn, that looks fun. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, and I wanted to dance. So I start bobbing my head. I'm like, okay, but I can't dance. And I'm mad as fuck. Because I'm looking at Abe, and he looking like he having the time of his fucking life. And the nigga like, Southside. Yeah, I'm like, damn.
Like,
I want to do that shit.
Bro, yeah, and I think just being around people with energy that you want to have as far as like confidence or whatever, like eventually that shit will just rub off on you.
Right.
yeah.
So I think you said it, but
I think you said it better though. That was a more
yeah,
that was pure. I like
appreciate
that.
Yeah. 'Cause I wanted to get back because it was a good point you made, but that wasn't the focus point of your conversation.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I just wanted to just kind of touch on that a little bit.
No, I like it.
We got anything else?
I guess not.
We running late into this episode, so we ain't got to do Would You Rather.
Cool.
Bet.
I would rather not.
Yeah.
Yeah. I brought some cards to maybe see that would help out, but I was like, nah, maybe not.
Maybe next episode.
Nah, we could jump into another game, really. But hit us up, man. Speak Between the Lines, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We're going to try to, I guess, maybe get some of this up online to get some of y'all's thoughts, because, again, we're just three men talking about what we think women want. I mean, we're not too far off because we got validation from women we met on Thursday. So,
But there might be some holes in our shit.
oh yeah,
Oh, gotcha.
Wait, what?
No, I misheard you. But
What did you think I said?
you think hit some hoes?
yeah, rather than
holes in our shit.
There may be some holes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Oh, there's a hole.
I would never disrespect my
I was like, wow.
Oh man.
never disrespect
The subtle art of not giving a fuck.
Yeah, man, it's rubbing off. All right, man. We got anything else?
Nah, we chilling, man.
All right, man. Shit, let's get the hell out of here. This is King A signing off.
Join with J Rock.
Young Rez,
Speak Between the Lines. We out of here.
one. Oh my God!
Hold the phone.
Pump the brakes.
Hold the phone. What just didn't happen?
Holy shit! What?
What's up, man?
I'm giving you I don't know. I'm working on it. I'm working on something different.
Yeah.
You working on something different? No twos, no more twos.
No, but we may come back to it.
Okay.
We may come back to it.
My man went to his lab trying to come up with another outro instead of the two.
Tear just dropped off my face. I was like, I'm so happy.
Y'all are wild, man. We out of here.
What?
Yeah.